Hi there and welcome. My name is Tahlia. I'm an accredited mental health social worker at Mindscape Psychology and Allied Health, and I'm really excited to be bringing you today video 4 in this 6-part series called Curious and Questioning, which is all about exploring different topics to do with gender and sexuality. So last video, it was all about how to be there for your child when they come out as sexuality or gender diverse. But today, we switch the focus. It's all about you, the parents. It's about coming to terms with it and the emotional roller coaster. Your child has told you how they feel. Now, how do you feel? So they just told you. They just came out. And you think you handled it pretty well with them. But privately, there's a million things going around in your head. That's okay. It's absolutely normal. What's important to say at this point is that just as everyone's experience of coming out is unique, so too are the emotional experiences and responses to it. But I'd like to share with you just some common feelings that might come up for you. I mean, it could be no big deal and total acceptance. Maybe you saw it coming and have already processed it. Maybe you didn't expect it at all, but either way, no worries, doesn't change much. They're your child, doesn't matter their sexuality or gender identity. You accept them for who they are. Maybe, however, there's surprise, shock, or disbelief. Just didn't see it coming. Perhaps there's denial, and it's hard to accept. That'll take some time. Maybe sadness, a sense of sadness for their struggle, challenges, emotional turmoil maybe they've experienced, coming to terms with their identity, maybe teasing or bullying, perhaps sadness for their pain, for their fear, maybe even fear that they wouldn't be accepted by you or anyone else important in their lives. Maybe there's joy, happiness and excitement. Excitement that they've shared this with you, that they've explored who they are and been able to articulate this part of themselves. And excitement for what their future might hold. You could be feeling relief. You knew something was going on, but you didn't know what. Now you do. Or maybe just simply relief that they felt comfortable confiding in you. You might be feeling pride and an urge to celebrate. Maybe you're proud of them for sharing this with you, proud of their courage, their survival through challenges, proud of their identity, of who they are, and celebrating of their diversity. That's a pretty special way to feel. Okay, but maybe you feel discomfort. Perhaps you have negative ideas about LGBTIQ people from your upbringing, family, religion. Or maybe you feel uncomfortable or worried about social situations to come. Maybe fear, scared at what this might mean. What will people think? Will their life be harder? Will they find a partner, get married, have a family? Will they face discrimination or stigma or bullying at school or in work or in the future in their community? Maybe there's a sense of grief and loss of the child you knew and how that might be different now, of the life you imagined them to have. Yes, it might look a little different, but it also might not. These days, identifying as sexuality or gender diverse doesn't determine whether you have to, face the same challenges as getting married or having kids or any of those things. It's not quite what it used to be in that sense. And you know what? Maybe there are so many emotions and it's messy. Acknowledge the messiness of it. It's okay because it is messy. You're allowed to perhaps grieve the daughter that you raised while welcoming and celebrating the son that you've gained and excited about what the future will hold. It's just one example, and I know it's not like that for everyone, but it's okay for this to feel messy and complex and confusing right now, and maybe for a while to come. Identifying and acknowledging your emotions is really important. To support your child and help them process their emotions, you need to understand your own. So, create a space to process this, whether that's with your partner or the child's co-parent if there is one, a therapist, close trusted friends or family. But what's really important to mention is make sure that you have your child's consent to disclose this information. They've just come to you and shared something really important to them and perhaps sensitive. And it's so important to maintain that trust and their sense of safety and comfort with sharing that information with you. So just check with them first. Remember, at the end of the day, this is still the same child that you raised. They're the same person. Their sexuality and gender identity might be a huge part of their identity, or maybe not that big at all. But as parents, ultimately, I know you want them to just be happy. Your support, now and into the future, can help shape that reality, even if it looks a little different to what you might imagine. So as I said, everyone's experience is totally different. I hope that perhaps just sharing some of the common experiences that I've seen in parents, or that, what we know and what research shows has come up for people, hopefully it can help normalize and validate how you're feeling, whatever that is. So, in the next video, the 5th of the 6-part series, we talk about now what? How to advocate for your child, from telling friends to your family, school, their friends, navigating systems. We talk about kind of what and how to of all of that. So I hope this has been at least a little bit helpful to knowing that how you are feeling and what you're experiencing is okay and valid and important and needs to be acknowledged. So until next time, take care of yourself, get support if you need to, and be there for each other. Have a lovely day.